Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us across the fence. I'm Fran Stoddard. It may be a tax refund. It could be a gift. It might be an inheritance. Those are three examples of what's often called bonus or unexpected money. On today's edition of Money Monday, we'll explore the value of a dollar and what to do with that bonus money. Our guest is certified financial planner Christine Moriarty. Christine is the president of Money Peace in Bristol. She joins us each month to address specific money-related topics. It's good to see you again, and thanks for coming in.
I'm delighted to be here.
And before we start, it seems that several viewers kind of called in about some things that we talked about last month. So about helping yourself and others.
Helping others. So many people have great hearts and they want to help other people learn about finance, typically kids or grandchildren. And I tell them, first, learn the information yourself. So rather than saying to someone, you need to do this, you need to do that, you say, this is what I do. A different presentation. This is working for me, rather than telling them what to do. And then if people are changing behavior, their own, or trying to help someone else, start with small steps.
So what are some examples of helping others?
Helping others are that you may want to help them pay off some debt. You may want to help them manage their money better. Someone I was talking to this week said, I'm going to tell my daughter, this is the way we do it, and I'll help you set it up. I said, a better approach is to say, I do it this way, and it's worked really well for my family.
Right.
And we're getting ready to retire, and make it easy and sound good, then let them be interested.
Right. And then, one of the pathways to financial security is credit. So if you're giving them money, they're not necessarily building up credit. So tell us a little bit about the best ways to improve one's credit rating.
The first way is to definitely pay your bills on time. So I'm always telling people, pay the bill on time. Make sure that you understand where your money's going so that you know which ones are have higher interest rates, so you want to pay down your debt, and then review your credit reports, because they don't change overnight because you didn't get in a debt situation overnight, but they will improve slowly the less you use your credit card, or the more you build your financial muscle, meaning paying things on time and paying it off, and using less than 50% of the debt that you do have. Some people think, oh, I have an $8,000 credit line, I'll just use it all. And if actually credit reports, it helps if you use 50% of it.
Oh, so they keep track of that.
Oh, they keep track of every detail. Your mortgage, the time you change the mortgage, the JCPenney credit card, the Kohl's credit card, the Target credit card that you haven't used in 20 years.
So try not to go more than 50%. That's so interesting. Hadn't heard that before. So let's move on to bonus money, because we said that's what today was all about. What do you consider bonus money first?
Bonus money is anything you didn't expect, or don't have in your typical monthly expenses and income. So it could be the tax refunds, it can be inheritances, it can be gifts, it can be, yes, lottery winnings, but we can talk about even that $1,000 that comes in.
Right, okay. And so when it comes to these unexpected windfalls, you encourage people to think in thirds, and you call it the power of thirds. Can you tell us about that?
The power of thirds, because most people go, oh, I just got $1,000, say, or $500. I'm going to go out and buy a new grill, or I'm going to go out and plan a vacation, or whatever. Typically, we want to blow it or save it. However, if you do the power of thirds, you can build a much more solid ground, so you can be solid. You can take care of your everyday concerns and be proactive rather than reactive, because so many people are reactive and impulsive when they get extra money.
Right. So you put it to work. How? What are your recommendations for this?
The strategy is that power of thirds, past, present, and future. Look at the whole picture of your financial life rather than reacting, and plan this before you get the money. So bonus money means that you're taking care of the past with the 1/3, you're taking care of the present with another 1/3, you're taking care of the future with another 1/3. It helps build that solid financial, stable situation, and it helps you pay off debt quicker. for example.
So let's go into a little bit more depth about what these three things mean. So when you're talking past, what are we talking about?
Anything that you're in debt because you already bought. Even your mortgage, could be a car, could be a school loan, could be credit card, it could be anything you've already bought. That would be past. Like pay that off, and make sure when you write it, you say this is a principal payment to pay towards the principal.
So you can pay off your mortgage a little bit more. You have this bonus money, I'll pay it off a little bit more, so you're finished sooner.
Right, not paying ahead, just paying off that chunk of money you borrowed.
Right. And the present, the now, let's just go through each of them.
Well, we've talked on this show before about having some savings, and we know about the average person doesn't have $400 in savings. So now is having that savings account so you have a cushion, so you feel good. So something should go to that. And I am absolutely a big fan of fun. So something should be for now, whether that grill or starting to save for that grill, a vacation is my thing. So, but it could be something else it could be sports equipment, something fun to say, hey, I got this bonus money and this is what we're doing with it.
Right. And for savings, what's a target for your savings? What is a target?
Everyone has a different one, and let's just talk about perhaps if you don't have any, aim for $1,000 in savings.
At least.
If you have some, then you can start to say, I need a month of living expenses, and build up from there.
Okay, so 1 month of living expenses.
But that's a great topic for another show too.
Okay, so and then for the future, so you basically would you divide it in thirds, or just at least think about putting something in your past, your debt category, something for now, and then how do we think about the future?
The future is retirement, which many of us want, or financial freedom. Could be education for our children or grandchildren. It could be anything that's longer term that's much more stable. And that's why retirement and education are two of the ones that most people talk about. It could be something like a second home or a camp. So you want to put that away. It could be something you're dreaming of doing. So you want to have some money put aside for that. And I say the third, and some people can't do math as easily, or you can do math, it doesn't matter. But I also suggest think about putting a little bit towards charity. So to make the math easier, 30%, 30%, 30%, and 10% to charity. It kind of is like, hey, I got this, I'm giving back to the world.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
So maybe even that 10% first, and then you do the thirds or something.
Right, exactly. It's just more encompassing of a holistic life, and it makes it easier if you're a part of a couple. You're not just saying, oh, I'm going to do all this with me. Let's have this conversation, and then every time it comes, bonus money, you have a framework for dealing with it instead of reevaluating every time.
And then how would you look at savings differently from retirement money?
Savings is money that isn't going to earn a lot of interest in the stock market. It's not at risk, okay? But it's your cushion to fall back on. That's equally as important as having retirement, because if you don't have that cushion, you will be either using more debt or you will be eaten into your retirement savings.
Got it. So you really separate those out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are some things that we should think about doing right now, today?
Absolutely. Right now, if you don't have a savings account, open a savings account. If you did, people's tax refunds are still coming in. Remember that power of thirds. And if you start to plan ahead, your financial life will be better because you'll have better financial muscle. So make a plan, like even before the bonus money comes. Sit down and say, for fun, if we got bonus money, what would we do with it? What would I do with it? What are our priorities? And if it's already written down, you're more apt to act on that.
Right. Well, that's a great idea. We still have a little bit more time. So before you even get this bonus money, it would be a fun conversation to have. And then you're actually thinking about these things.
Absolutely. You know, I do buy a lottery ticket once in a while. It's not a habit, but half the fun is coming home and going, when we win, what should we do with this?
Right.
And it's just thinking it through, going, what are our goals? And you're talking about a whole bunch of different values and goals and things along that line. The fun in there also says financial life, you can dream and have fun in a financial life. I knew someone that I had coached years ago, and she was in debt, but she had just got some bonus money, and she said, my dream is to open a bed and breakfast. I said, well, why not put a couple $100 in a savings account just for the bed and breakfast? Because if you have a goal and you see some money in there, it's more apt to be reached.
Right.
So
right.
make it fun.
So you don't have to just pay off your debt.
No, that
you really should think about also doing things that are going to make your life better today.
exactly, because
Save, save, save. That's what I always did. So
well, that's why I threw that in the end. Some people spend it impulsively.
Right.
That would probably be me 5 times over. And some people do throw it all in savings,
Right.
and that's not very fun either. So build the financial muscle.
excellent advice from a certified financial planner, Christine Moriarty. Thank you so much for coming in and making us all think about money in a very positive and helpful way.
Thanks, Fran. It's fun to do.
And let's see, if you want to check in with Christine Moriarty, you can reach her at www.moneypeace.com or 802-453-5913.
13.
We're missing a number there.
It's just a numbers test.
It's right.
453-5913.
5913. Again, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And thank you for joining us across the fence. I'm Fran Stoddard.